right, everybody. Welcome to Mockmel Fisheries up here in beautiful British Columbia. It's a warm and sunny Mockmel Fisheries right now, but not in real life. But I have the weather set to again very nice conditions, just so we can have a peek at the brand new Thranda Kodiak, the de Havilland DHC-2 Kodiak. And I'm going to attempt to get this thing started and fly around just a little bit and give you folks just a bit of a preview if you are kind of interested in this airplane and maybe just want to see what it looks like beforehand. Hopefully this will give you enough of a sneak peek and you'll be able to see what you want to see. Let me know in the chat, by the way, if you hop in here and are just curious about different functions. And yeah, I'm going to just try to take you through sort of what I know right now. And I've flown this plane quite a bit on P3D. I had the MilViz version of it and absolutely loved it. And so I'm really excited to see Thranda come out. I know there is one right now in X-Plane already, and as from what I understand, it actually just recently has been updated. So I haven't flown it, so I don't have a way to compare that. But I'm gonna basically compare it to what I know from the MilViz Beaver. So first things first, what you're gonna get if you've never purchased a Thranda product before is you're gonna get some pretty solid documentation. This is the flight manual here. It's 70 pages long, and it has quite a bit of information. Again, it's not like a POH. It's more written kind of in in narrative form in some regards, but it does have pretty much everything that you need if you're just a casual simmer kind of like me, and just an enthusiast that enjoys learning as much as they can about the plane. But if I'm not able to perform the yearly annual on that, or the maintenance, the annual maintenance on it, that's not a deal breaker for me. But yeah, it's I feel very good about the information that it's come with, and I've read through some of it. Again, 70 pages, and I purchased the thing this morning, and so there's some work yet to do, which is also what I like. It's gonna take lots and lots of time to figure out this plane from top to bottom and all the different features that are included. So some other things, the typical Thranda stuff, you can jump in. I have built a custom livery here. Where is it? 8. Well, it's not exactly a custom livery. I went with paint scheme number 18, and of course you slap your tail number on there, and takes a second for my slow PC to apply these things, but I do enjoy they've added now, this is a Thranda thing, they've added the ability to change kind of the shininess of the metal and the roughness of the metal, and that's kind of a nice touch. I haven't messed really at all with that. I'm just kind of going with whatever shows up. But you can change all the color schemes and all the pinstriping and all those things that you want to change. The other thing that you can change is you can change the panel setup here. Ha ha ha! All right, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for the sub, my good man. Welcome to the absolutely gorgeous bird here. And Downwind Sim, hello, and Good Fixin's Kodiak. Nope, no, this is the Beaver, man. This is the Beaver, but it's made by Thranda, so it's got many of the similar features. I like so the panel presets here are kind of also fairly new, and I haven't moved any of these around. You have the ability to move all your things around if you want to, but I've kind of found like panel 5, I think. No, what panel did I like the most? Panel 3, maybe. Yeah, just that simple panel with the 6-pack and basic avionics. That's kind of what I'm going to go with here. So yeah, those are just kind of like I said. If you're familiar with the Kodiak or the Porter for that matter, all those Thranda products have this side menu, and again, it comes with skis or just regular tires. and then you can do the I've got the big fat bushy tires on there, and I have the mud flaps on. And I've got the old school throttle quadrants. Yeah, man. Yeah, so you can if you toggle back and forth between, there's the modern style and there's the old school style. So yeah, that's kind of what you have there. And again, you can configure your weight and balance and all that good stuff. I've just basically, I don't even know. Let's see. Um, how much fuel? A couple hours of fuel. That ought to be just plenty. And yeah, so visually again, just from the basic first impression standpoint, obviously very very nicely done. Plenty of detail, lots of scrapes and scratches, and there is actually one of these versions where it's new, and so you can, if you want a brand new Beaver, you can make one. But I kind of like this. This really does compare very very similarly to what Milviz has done. And again, you can see that the lights are the labels on the lights are kind of wearing out, and a little bit of scuffing, and so it's, yeah, that's very very nice. It's got one of those big Y yokes, and you can get rid of the yoke, just like you'd think. It's got a little bit of some animation here and there. I'm sure that's where Downwind Sim's going to drop something in there. I'm sure a pair of binoculars or something, but it's got a little of that. And again, I haven't messed around with much, to be honest. I think you can open the doors. Yeah, you can. I don't know how to close the door now. Probably have to go to the menu here. Close those doors. Yeah, doors. Yep. And then you can control again all your covers, your tie downs. You can put those on there. You can, you can. It needs a Melvin bobblehead. Um, it's got, you can put the engine mode to whatever you want. I have it on realistic. I turn the reflections off just because it helps my graphics card. And it's got an extra tank you can put on there. You can put a tip tanks on, or maybe the tip tanks are already in there. I think you can fill those tip tanks. And then this is a little bit of a new feature that I'm looking forward to getting into. But you can actually watch what's going on with your engine. And I'm not, I don't. That's going to be kind of cool to mess with. I'm just going to try to get it started today, and I don't want to have like too much here because there's a lot of pressure trying to start a plane for the first time, and yeah, we'll figure it out here. But as far as I know, all the breakers are simulated, and you can turn failures on based on what I know about the other Thranda planes. Um, the cabin itself, pretty simple, but again, I don't mind that because that means it's saving a little bit on the frame wear and tear. So it's not like you're not seeing Corinthian leather here, but you don't need that back here. At least I don't. And there's not like I don't. Whoops, I don't know. None of this is really turn things on off. Gosh, sorry about that, guys. You probably can open. Yep, you can open the doors and all that good stuff, but yeah, really, how at a certain point, how much of that do you really really need? If I'm going to glance back over my shoulder while I'm flying over the Ruth Glacier, and I see roughly what I need to see, then I'm happy with that. But as far as back here, you're getting passable. Passable quality, I think. It's not Carenado where you see every stitch in the leather, but no working reading lights. I know. All right. Yep. Immersion ruined. Absolutely. But yeah. So anyway, I don't want to mess around too much with all that. If there's something you guys want to see, like I say, let me know, and I'm happy to show it to you if you want to check it out before you push that purchase button. But I want to get started. Let's see if we can get this thing going. I have started it one time, and so I do know it does start. But it was hard to start. So obviously I was not doing something maybe 100% correct. But we did get it started, and oh man, wait till you hear it. Wait till you hear it. So let's see. It's the pre-flight inspection here. We've got all the covers and chocks and stuff off. We're going to assume that we have all the caps and fuel is all taken care of. Um, we've checked everything basically. We've done the walk around. You know, we've looked in the pitot tubes and or felt the pitot tubes and looked in the cowling and all that good stuff. So let's we're going to come down here. We're going to make sure that the engine switch is off. Now the one thing I'll tell you right now is not everything in this panel setup that I've selected is exactly where it is in the MilVis. So it took me a little while to kind of figure out where everything is, but that's okay. So this is the starter switch. It is off. By the way, this Alaska door bypass, there's a cutoff if the back door, one of these back doors is not shut all the way, it won't let you start the engine. And so if you're flying along and maybe there's a problem with the door and it comes loose, it'll actually cut the engine out mid-flight. So you can, if that happens, you can come down here, and this is a bypass for that. So it's defaulted to the on position. Well, it's the bypass is off, so the failure system is on, if that makes any sense. All right, so all switches should be off. I think it does say that it's okay if you're, and that one's been on both times. I think it does say it's okay if your alternate, yeah, your alternator switch can be on, and then we'll turn the battery master on, and we want to check fuel quantities. And it looks like we have, looks like we are full in the middle. We are pretty full in the front and pretty full in the rear. This plane empties from the rear to the front, and the thing that you have to be careful of is so the order of it is front, middle, rear here, and then the order over here is, is front, yeah, so actually, yeah, actually that is, hold on for a second, I'm sorry. Front, middle, rear. So the front and rear are here, but as you look at your switch, it's front, middle, rear. So you have to be careful. You want to start it like on like I say, the rear tank or the fullest tank if you're already out there in the bush. And so anyway, that's what we'll do there. The external lights, we don't have any need for a whole lot here, but I will just, we'll turn them on just so that we have them. So beacon light can come on here first, and we'll take a look at those as well. Yeah, probably hit that switch before the skydiver doors open. True enough. I wonder if that has that in the Porter. I don't know if that's a thing in the Porter or not, but all right. Okay, prop area is clear. We're going to go ahead. We shoot the throttle fully open. We leave the propeller fully off, and then we just crack the throttle here a little bit. And probably what I did is opened up the throttle too much or not enough. I don't know, it's like a quarter to a half an inch, so I don't know. How do you judge that with my wobbly, wearing out throttle? We want carb. We want the carb hot, air level cold, and I think that's this guy. Is that the carb? No, that's the emergency fuel cutoff. We don't want that. I thought that's where my carb. Maybe that's not where the carb. Oh, here it is. Sorry. So it's cold. So this is already, yeah, it's in the cold position. There's carb heat. I think that's backwards on the MilVis. That's okay. All right, so that's clear. So again, prop area is clear. The master switch is on. Fuel is on. The rear tank, we're going to go ahead and yeah, mixture level is full. Throttle is cracked. Wobble pump, we got to build some fuel pressure here, guys. So we're going to watch this is where the fuel pressure is at. We got to get ourselves up to a maximum of 5 psi. So about halfway to that 10, 3. There we go. That might have been just a hair too much. And we do need to prime because it's cold weather here. That primer switch is way over here. Full 1 and down. Full 2. It says 4 primes. There's 3. I hope you're hearing that. And there's 4. All right, so that is good. And now we go to the mags, and we turn them to both, and then we hit the ignition switch, and with any luck, we'll come to life. Yes, sir. And we want to get to around 800 RPM, which we're 800 to 5 to 800. So let me pull that back a little bit here. Put the prop lever fully forward. How great does that sound? Awesome. All right, well, there we go. There we go. So let's get everything else turned on here now, guys and gals. We've got to get, I'm just going to turn it all on just so we can see it. Nav, strobes, landing light, pitot heat, cabin light comes on. That's for inside here. We do have, by the way, this is a little volume control switch. Toggles you on and off. I'm going to leave it on. Oh, and you can actually do it with your control wheel too, so that's pretty cool. That I don't really know. I need to look more into this. I don't know what that is, but hey, Lost Creatures, it's not a Kodiak. That is correct, sir. That is correct. We can go ahead and close this guy down here. And what else do we need to? What else do we need to turn on? I don't know, guys. We're supposed to let it warm up a little bit. Now I can crank it back up to 1,000, and we just want to let all these temperatures get into the green, which it looks like their fuel temp and oil temp now is in good shape. The cylinder head temp will come up, and then again, I think you have the ability to adjust that based on the based on this lever. But we're gonna just kind of let that slide for now. I don't know enough about this engine, and I don't want to kill it now that it's running. But I do want to get it going and let you see what it looks like and sounds like, and maybe we can do a few tests and all that good stuff. So we're gonna back taxi here to the end. We're at, like I said before, Mockmel Fisheries, and we're gonna depart, I believe, to the west. And so let me show you taxiing capabilities here. So we'll push the toe brakes, and here we go. Uh-oh. Having a lot of these spammer dudes coming up here. I need to block that guy. Okay. So it has tail wheel steering, but it also has that ability for you to, if you go past 25 degrees, it breaks loose and it becomes free castering. So now I'm free castering. And then when it's free castering, you can use the differential brakes, and then when the tail wheel gets back, to 25%, it gets back on the tail wheel steering. So that's kind of cool. So right now it's free castering, and you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it when the tail wheel gets back. It kind of clicks back into tail wheel steering mode. But it is nice when you get down to the end of the runway like here, and you just want to do a little quick 180. You just crank the pedals all the way, and then it free casters, and you can just hit the toe wheel or the left toe brake. I'm not doing a very good job. There we go, and it spins right around for you, nice and slick, like so. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so the other thing I learned in the Thranda documentation is, I don't even know how many. Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. there are 10 flap notches. And so what they say is you can do flaps takeoff right there, which is like flaps 8. But they say what the actual pilots do is they do it a little different. And I'm going to do it the way that the Thranda documentation suggests, because I've never heard it before until today. And what they say is they look out the window, the pilots look out the window, and they do a full right deflection. They see where the aileron is, and then they bring the flaps down to match that, and that's what they use for takeoff. And they say don't be dismayed, it's going to be about at climb, but yeah, we're gonna roll with it. The documentation also gives us a VREF of about 55 to 60, not ref, sorry, a rotate of 55 to 60, and it says that we need around 36.5 inches of manifold pressure. I think I want to adjust my view just a little bit here. And of course it's tail wheel, so you have to kind of either have to S-turn or do the old peaky over the nose thing here. I'm going to do that, and then we're going to look for, again, we're going to look for 36 inches, and we're just going to try to fly it straight and level for a little while, and you guys can kind of see what it looks like and what it sounds like more than anything. Thank you, good fixins. All right, we'll go ahead and bring the flaps up, and we'll fly up the valley here a little bit. It's probably going to be a little bit hard for you to hear me because of the engine noises, so let me know, and I will turn those down a little bit if you need me to. But all right, so we have. Let's see. Let's get some climb power set here. Best rate of climb is 95, which we're already over that. The best angle of climb is about 80. So we, we're climbing not even 1,000 right now. So let's climb up to. I forgot to set the altimeter. Let's climb up to about 5,000 feet here. Jeffrey, I wouldn't blame you, man. Okay, so there's climb power, and we are in the red on the RPM, so we'll pull the RPMs back a little bit, and let's set it for, like, for now, let's set it for 20, 21 and 30, 21 and 33. I no idea if that's even close to it's given in here, but oh, sorry. 30 inches of manifold pressure, and so let's do that, and 2,000 RPMs is what's recommended for the climb to reduce engine wear. So we'll pull that back, and we'll do that. I can leave those flaps, by the way, set, and that is a climb setting that we had on takeoff if we wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and just let the airspeed build here a little bit. I think I cleared the skies, but I do think I left the winds blowing here a little, so we're getting some back and forth movement here. But overall, I think it flies very similar to what we had in the Milviz. It's inherently a super stable plane. I mean, it's designed to operate, in 500 feet or less if you have to, and so it's really something that you can trim out very, very easily and generally fly straight and level without a whole lot of difficulty. We're going to get up here, like I say, to 5,000 feet or so, and we'll test that out here. We're above 3,000, so if I lean the mix, see if it hard to tell if that's having much of an effect. We'll lean it out a little bit here just because we're above 3,000. When we get up to cruise, we'll level off and we'll see if it has much of an effect here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to turn on the avionics and all that good stuff. Alright, avionics. I don't even know if I know where the avionics switch is. What's the turn bank back on? Oh, hey, easy now. Alright, so I should have all my lights on. It's looking pretty good. And here's 5,000. Not quite clear of all terrain, but up above a good chunk of it. Okay, so let's just do some different things here. And okay, 30 and 20 we're set. My avionics may be down here. Nope, that's the ELT, which is probably good for me to know where it's at. Alright, I'll have to figure out where the avionics are. And really, that's not a huge deal because you don't do a lot of ILS stuff in this plane. I mean, you have that ability, obviously, but the one thing though that you do need to have is the ability to set your transponder and pick up your radio frequencies. But all right, let's see. I think let's do this. Let's check out the stall characteristics here. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 30 and 20, and let's just see what happens. Pitch up. Watch the airspeed bleed off here. It's wanting to turn. It's wanting to drop. It's wanting to drop off that left-hand side. There, I've lost it. And there she goes. All right. Okay, grab the airspeed back again here. Very good, very good. Let's not overspeed the aircraft. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, let's pull the power back and let's try this again. And the other thing that I forget about Thranda is they do such a good job with the wind effects. There it is. Now we're down. All right. Yeah, very good, very good. Glacial flow, no big deal. All right, good deal, good deal. Let's not overspeed. If I know Thranda, the minute you start to overspeed is the minute things start flying off your plane. Okay, very nice, very nice. How about some coordinated turns here? Let's see how well we do. I'm really awful at this. Don't blame the aircraft. Yep, nose down, nose up. You actually have to fly the plane. Not doing a great job of that. Pretty responsive. I mean, it's not built for super maneuverability, but it has those wide wings, those wide stubby wings, so it can turn. You can turn your way out of a lot of problems. But you know, yeah, it's not like necessarily like, you know, one of those lighter, like a Piper Cub type. It feels heavy. It takes a little bit to get it turned. I should probably have my yoke on so you can see that. See if I can turn the yoke back on here. Okay, so let's go the other way here, and you can see just how much input. Whoa, let's not do steep turns just yet, or sharp turns just yet. Just a little bit of rudder input. I think we're pretty good. Turning to the right seems to be a little better than turning to the left. My nose is still dropping. Doing more is going to be a challenge. I'm just hoping I can put it back down here at Mach Mel. Looks like it's got a I forgot about this in the Beaver. It has like 140 cruising speed here, you know, so it's kind of nice. It'll get you from point A to point B pretty quickly. All right, how about we try? Let's try a hammerhead turn here and see how we do. Let's go a hammerhead to the right. Pull back, kind of start the right-hand rudder, and I don't quite want to stall out. Just want to kind of nose down. Nice sharp turn. Yeah, that actually felt pretty nice. Let's do the same thing going the other way. So we got real tight. Let's see if we can get the turn before this hillside here. Get the airspeeds built back up. Pitch up. Start the bank. Start the rudder. Don't go too far. Oh yeah, that actually was that was probably better, the better of the two. Beautiful, beautiful. And again, I don't know if you can hear, but the wind sounds are awesome. I can hear the, you know, as it gets going faster, you can hear the wind rushing by a little bit, and as you turn, you can hear I mean, you can just hear it against the wings, and yeah. So the basic front slips here, you know, good rudder authority. And let's see, we're heading back kind of towards the fishery. Let's I can't play all day. I really truly only am on lunch break. So I can't go too much more, but we could, you know what we could do, I guess. We're pretty close to Bella Coola. How about this? Let me go in here and no, I'm going to resist. We're going to go back. We're going to make a quick landing. On the way back, if there's something else you guys want to see, can I catch it on fire? I'm going to say yes. Soulmate Sim, that was the other one that we were talking about. Soulmate Sim is the other one, the other plug-in for X-Plane. I'm guessing that you can. Ah, there's Avionics Master. Hey, right there, conveniently located. We could then, I guess, theoretically. Let's what do I have over here? What do I have? ALT mode, we're squawking Charlie. This is got the comms and the got the comms and the ADF, so you can tune the localizer. You can tune the. I do like having a DME, so I'm gonna have to see what do we have up here that we can practice and tune in. What's nearby? Looks like we do have Bella Bella ADF. So the Bella Bella ADF is 325. I don't know if it's gonna see that or not. Let's go 325. Okay, and that may not do anything. Yep, not seeing that guy come alive. And what else? What do I have up here in the Mockmill Fisheries area as far as Vancouver, I guess? Yeah, what do we... Wait a second. Right by Bella Bella. There's got to be something. The hard thing is figuring out these Canadian charts. Well, we'll worry about that in a little bit. We're getting back to our fisheries area, and let's see if we can navigate some kind of an approach here. Step one, I've got to find the airport again. It is an east-west running field, so I'm going to land to the east, even though I departed to the west. I have no idea what the wind is doing here, to be totally honest with you. So we're just gonna wing it like we usually do. Okay, let's level off here. We're getting down to probably close to pattern altitude. Pull the power back a little bit more. Feel like the airfield is maybe back in here. It could be over there, I guess, too. No, I don't know. This kind of looks like it's the area, though. Like right around the corner here, I think, is where we're at. Someone say sandbar? No, we're not going to do sandbars. What's the cylinder head temp reading? That's a good question. Let me turn off my yoke so I can see. It's not quite there yet, so still below, still cool. So I should probably... I'm surprised I'm not getting some backfires on the Milviz. It'll actually be... It'll spit out fire. It'll be backfiring, sputtering, and coming out the muffler. So that's not actually a good way to run this plane. God, was the elevation up here like 600 feet? Man, I feel like I'm scraping treetops. Alright, we're going to go 2 notches of flaps to see if we can get our attitude corrected. Hate having a bad attitude. Let me get leveled off here. I would say that it is a... Add some cylinder head. We'll come down there. Some carb heat, and we'll come down there and check the temps here in just a second. I would say it's not as stable as the Milviz in terms of holding its pitch and its attitude, but I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because you know I feel like sometimes that Milviz I could set it and it was almost like it was locked in heading mode or something. You know, it was just really like it would get pretty firm in there, and I haven't really, you know, like I'm trying to get to 1500 and just hold it right there at about 90 knots or 90 miles an hour, and I've had a hard time. As you can see, I'm still climbing, so it's It's gonna take some flying here to get used to it. Have I went too far? I feel like I'm getting way up into the boonies here. We're gonna cheat just a little bit. What's our map saying? Oh yeah, I've flown past it, haven't I? I went right over the top of it. All right, so let's turn back around. Here's a good chance for us to use our hammerhead maneuver. We're in the steep. Definitely not gonna do just a regular standard rate turn here. So let's see if we can pull this off. We're a little bit low, but yeah, let's do it. Downwind sim as my CFI who taught me this maneuver. Oh, and I've went too far. Whoa, boy, that's about as far as you want to push it, boys and girls. So like I said, we're going to be landing to the west, and I shouldn't have done that with flaps. That's part of the problem there. That was not good. Can I land at runway 18 at Bayport? Oh, that's a great idea, Jeffrey. That is a flippin' great idea, man. Okay, toss in some more flaps. We are in the area here, and I don't know how I missed it. It's not like it's this tiny strip cut out of a heavily forested area. I love the hammerhead. All right, we're up. It's up here right before the water, so that's I probably was mucking around with something else here. I don't know. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to try to do is just get down, just flying straight and level, just seeing how up at altitude, just kind of testing out and seeing what it felt like at about 50 and 45 miles an hour. That was well executed. Okay, we'll take a look, man. We'll hop outside. We'll let the eye in the sky tell us what it really looked like. It's very, very responsive to the trim. By the way, trim is up here, and you can you can set both your rudder and your elevator trim if you want. I've got my elevator trim mapped to my flight yoke here, so my left-hand thumb is what's trimming me electronically up and down, which I do rely on a lot. But I know guys that also, like the SciTech has a right and left if you want your rudder trim as well, but I use that for zooming in and zooming out. So, which I think I have mapped backwards. All right, there, Machmel. Where the heck are you? Is that it? Is that you? That is it. Okay, so we're on about flap setting number 6 right now. I think we're going to try to get to the bottom of the green arc for the approach. Yeah, how'd I miss that, man? That stands out like a sore thumb. Okay. Full flaps. Let's just see how slow we can get her, and yeah, see what happens here. Trims out so nice. Super nice. I'm totally trimmed right now. We're gonna pull back on the power. Gotta figure out what power settings I need to use. I'm thinking it's probably not 0, but not until the very end. I'm a little bit. I feel like I'm a little fast. I'm at 70 miles an hour. I feel like I should be more like about 60, like I say, the bottom of that green arc there. Nice long runway here though at Machmel, so that's nice. Pretty stable in here. Not too bad. Of course, the wind's turned off. Let's level it off. Let's flare it out. Add a little power. Oh, yeah, that was not good. Now I'm bouncing. Yep, dang it. All right, we have to do one more. Can't end on a landing like that. You would think that my first landing ever would have been better than that. I mean, come on. All right, we'll go. We'll fly just a quick left-hand pattern. We'll try that again. I feel like when I got down to 60, I lost my aerodynamic flow a little bit there. So that may be. Again, I've got all the ref numbers. I just don't have them in front of me. So we'll bring it in this time and try to see if we can be a little bit faster. Maybe we'll shoot for about 65. Well, then that would also mean my landing was well executed, Jeffrey. So I appreciate that, man. Our runway's over there somewhere. Not get too high up. And I think I'll take it to the kind of the base of this hill, make the turn there, get lined up, and let's see if we can be a little less plunky on the landing. Okay, left base. And I may not have gone far enough, guys. Gosh, I don't think I went far enough. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Yep, right over the field right now. We're cutting her back. Let's see what this baby can do. I'm at full idle. Bringing it in, totally power off. Add some power just to level off the descent a little bit. Nope, it's going to be another hard one. Ah, rats. That's okay. And true tail dragger fashion, kind of a little wiggly, but overall, that was pretty fun. Doesn't like it when you go totally idle, by the way. All right, let's have a gander at some of the replay here real fast. I've got, what do I have left here? 12 minutes. 12 minutes. I can do this. Let's zip back out. Let's just take a look at this landing here. Oh, it's going to have dust in the wind here, right? Looks like it belongs up here, doesn't it, guys? That was a fairly steep turn. And just like the pros do it, nose down, bush style. Square it up. A little bit of a wiggle. Flare it out. Power. Yeah, I added just a hair too much power. I would have been okay. Oh, boink. Oh, yeah. That wasn't great, but that's okay. Let's see it from in here. Definitely, there's an art to that, right? There's an art to that. Yeah, it didn't. It wanted to. It just kind of baby bounced. But there's an art to that. Okay, what if we went back to... Let's go back to the Hammerhead. If I could find it. There, oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see how we did. Actually, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Holy cow, that wasn't too bad. If anything, I came out of it a little too soon, but that's not too bad. Not too bad. No, Jeffrey, not a float plane yet. Steve PHL kind of hit it right on the head. And hey, Schmitty, how are you, man? Good seeing you. You know, in true Thranda fashion, I'm sure they're going to come out with you know, the expansion adventure pack or something that puts floats on it. But you know, that's okay. In the meantime, I think I'm going to have a heck of a lot of fun with this plane And right now, I've never seen a brand new plane come out and be $5 off. So that was a bonus, man. This is I'm a little bit biased because this is my all-time favorite bush plane. But man, I am so far color me impressed. Color me a good first impression. Nice work, Thranda. You've done well. You've done really well. All right, yeah, Smitty. Thanks for you're doing the same thing I am. I'm like literally have to go back to work in 8 minutes. So I'm not even going to probably be able to get all the way back to the landing here, but that's okay. I'm glad you stopped in, and yeah, I'll be flying somewhere tonight. I might hop in something a little bit bigger because there's some Friday night ops action, and our buddy Slant Alpha Adventures is going to be working Reagan, so I may hop in a 727 or something and fly up around there, but I'll definitely be back in this plane a lot in the upcoming days. So yeah. Look for more streams with this guy, and I'm not ever going to do a comprehensive review of an aircraft just because I'm not a pilot and I don't have that background. I don't know what I mean. I can show you I can kick the tires, and all that, but yeah, it's just yeah, it is what it is. It's an initial first look, and I like it so far. And I'm curious. I may change my panel around a little bit. This I don't know that this has a DME. In fact, I'm not seeing a DME, and so that's a little bit of an issue. I don't do a ton of work with the VORs in this plane, but it is nice to have that. Hey, let's take a look at that first landing. That first landing was a bouncy, flouncy, trouncy. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll go ahead and just crash the desktop here. Whew. Okay. Here we go. This will be a good look. It's called Dead Reckoning. That's right, Downwind Sim. You've taught me well, man. You've taught me well. Yeah, I hope I get that River Viz. Are you going to be up there fixing? Have you got your computer back and running and all that good stuff yet? I don't need no stinking DME. Now you fancy slant alpha guys make us slant uniform guys look bad. Here we come. Holy cow. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah, just way too much. I mistimed. I mistimed the power on there, didn't I? Yeah. Boy, I kind of did a little Tokyo drift. Winds 180 at 7, Smitty. That's what I like to hear, buddy. That did. You're right. I just about put that on the nose, and oh my gosh, the sounds of this sucker as it's climbing away. In my headphones, I can hear it echoing off the walls. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, and maybe just a little bit of a bloody nose. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. All right. Well, that's what a DHC-2 Beaver looks like, the Thranda version. And if you've flown the Milviz, I think you're going to be very, very happy with what you find in this version. If you haven't flown the Milviz version, then you're going to be really, really happy with this plane in general. This is a very versatile bush plane. It does not have the floats yet, so that's the one thing that Milviz does have over this plane right now. But my guess is that it has pretty much every other feature, including most of the stuff that you see in terms of engine maintenance and and that kind of stuff, which is what Milviz does a nice job of. Hey, JPC, you've come in at just the right time. I'm going to do a replay of one last landing, and then we're going to wrap it up. I actually have to get back to work, but so far I would say very, very nice plane. I would oh, that might be my boss right there. No, it's not my boss. Yeah, we'll call that number back in about 2 minutes. But yeah, very happy with the plane so far. And ooh, got to work on the landings though. And anyway, yeah, we'll keep messing around with it. You guys now get your butts back to work. It's not the weekend yet. It's still Friday afternoon, for Pete's sake. What are you guys doing watching Twitch in the middle of a work day? All right, guys. Can I transition out of here halfway decent? I wonder. Yeah, there we go. Let's make some dust while we transition out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.